Welcome back to a snowy Falun, Sweden for day 2 of a 2-day World Cup stop. And coming right off the Olympic Games, we're going into another skiathlon. Men's 20-kilometer skiathlon, starting with the classic technique. Your front row is Clabo on the left in the yellow bib. Federico Pellegrino in bib 9 there in the front of this group as well. So 2 Italians. Ilya Barp really is one of the guys we probably have to watch for, though he hasn't had the success of Ben Ogden or Gus Schumacher. He's a couple of years younger. I believe that's Nguyen in the lead. It is Nguyen, followed by Andres Fiordenrey, the 25-year-old.
Bib number 12 there, working his way up. Savile Korostelev, he was 4th in the skiathlon at the Olympics. But Clabo now going to the front.
Forcing the pace again. It's Martin. The second loop we are now of this 3 times 3.3 kilometer red loop. On a familiar sight at the front, red suits all around, and Mika Vermeulen looking like maybe he's coming back out of his hibernation. Pace is quick though. Look at Lars Heggen in the green bib. He's already struggling to keep pace. Very sprightly. It's still early going, still early days in this 20 kilometer. They're coming up on the 4.7 kilometer time check. And they've got some company now with the Finn. That's Arsi Ruskinen, bib number 8. Trying to do something special. And Korstelev, who we've seen get pretty comfortable following the Norwegians at the Olympic Games in the mass start competitions. And athletes going for the exchange. This time change very critical to be quick.
Critical to be quick, but you also can't afford to be flustered. So you have to take a deep breath, almost I imagine like a biathlete would coming into the range, of just precision, just get those bindings on, grab the correct poles, because once you head out, now you're on to the new equipment.
Amundsen quite quick on that exchange. And then chasing from behind, Gus Schumacher with a quick exchange. He is the leader out of the stadium in the chase group. He's 18.4 seconds back. And Arsi Ruskinen having a flyer for the Finns off the front.
It's so important on this kind of course to just get in a good pack.
And Gus Schumacher looking good. See if he's bringing that gap back from 10 kilometer to the 11.4 kilometer mark now. He trailed by 18 seconds from the leaders and 16 seconds from the back of the pack and Ruskinen. So it looks good, but I'm not sure he's making any time.
Well, and it's hard to see from this angle. So they're heading up the Murderbakken now, and it's got several sections. The pitch changes quite a bit, so they're going to be able to see where they need to get to, but they've got a lot of hill in between themselves and the leaders.
Eats up that gap that Martin Lewis and Nguyen thought he had, and now has evaporated it. Clabo, once again, controlling things. They can't get away. But Clabo's going to cede the points, the 15. He's going to cede 3 points to Nguyen on that one. Then the chase pack, being led again by bib 18. That is Merck. Then Schumacher, Barp in there, Gratz. Now 4 Norwegians ahead of him, and he's got Arsi Ruskinen to work with on this final 5 kilometer loop.
Every time the pace accelerates, he gets gapped a bit, but he keeps coming back.
Clearly has ability. So the gap between Chase Group 1 and the lead group is hanging at around 30 seconds now.
This is where Nguyen had to try and go, but he's not able to get away. And there's a lot of gradual left. There's not going to be a place to make a decisive move.
Gus Schumacher, he's at 34 seconds back, so they lose another 2 seconds. This group skiing well, but this group is also starting to come apart now. Oh, and then one of the Norwegians coming off the back. That is Ray. Ray's dropped back behind Korstelev now, so the first Norwegian skier to break is bib 4. And Clabo being tested by Nguyen, but he has an answer for everything, and he always does. Amundsen skiing better than we've seen him since the start of the Olympic Games. He looks back to make sure that he's on the podium. And Ray looks to his right and realizes Korstelev might have a little bit more than him. Korstelev trying not to give up on the podium, as is Ruskinen. He moves to skiers right, our left. Amundsen looks back. Tries to see how much he
But
can
now
let up.
they're playing tactics here. No one wants to lead into the downhill.
And that gives Korstelev and Ruskinen and Ray
A little bit of
all a
hope.
chance again. Yeah. Here come your leaders. Klæbo trailing Nguyen with Amundsen on his heels. Klæbo skis are better. And just like that, Klæbo is taking the candy from the babies behind him. Into the final stretch. No real surprise here. Klæbo is going to go 12 for 12. It's just a matter of inevitability, but the question is, can Korstelev move up and get into the podium spots and break the Norwegian juggernaut? I don't think he's got the energy from what I'm seeing here. Klæbo, once again, supreme. 12 wins in 12 straight races. Stands up, gives a little fist bump, and Amundsen goes second and outsprints Nguyen for third. Korstelev, fourth again. Bib 18. Martin Kickerberg-Mork trying to outsprint Gus Schumacher. And the Frenchman, Teo Shelley. Shelley pushing for the line, but it's going to be Gus Schumacher who's going to get the sixth spot. Shelley eighth,